Shabbat Shalom. In this week's parasha, Parshat Vayigash, we read about the great confrontation between Yehuda and Yosef. Yosef knows what he's looking at. He's looking at the man that had those years ago, 22 long years ago, had orchestrated the selling of Joseph down to Egypt. And one of the questions that have always been asked is, why does Joseph never ever write to his father and say to him, Abba, I'm alive? We can understand why Joseph is a slave, he won't do it. But surely, once he's now the vice of Egypt, why does he never write back to his father? And the answer is postulated by our commentators to say the following, that Joseph thought while he's incarcerated and all those things that are happening to him, Dad must have been involved in the process. Why else would Abba have sent me from Hebron to find the brothers and everything that had transpired? Obviously, Dad was involved with it. I want nothing to do with him, nothing to do with the family. He even names his son Menashe, Kinashani. I want to have nothing to do with his family at all. And for 22 long years, he harbors resentment and anger towards his family for what had happened. Yes, he was stolen from the land of Egypt, but maybe my father was also part of that process. And then, all of a sudden, while Judah is busy talking to Joseph in this negotiation for the life of Benjamin, he adds one piece of vital information that changes everything. As Rabbi Yoel Bin Nun describes, Judah says to the viceroy, the father has been mourning this child. Ach tarof toraf, he says, my child has been ripped to shreds by a wild beast. And the viceroy looks up and says, what do you mean wild beast? Yeah, the father had no idea what had transpired. The father was innocent. And at that moment, a light bulb goes off in Joseph's head. He realizes that he's made a calculated error of an epic proportion. It is none other than his own mistake. He did not realize that Jacob had nothing to do with the story. For 22 long years, Jacob has mourned for his beloved son Joseph. For 22 years, Joseph had lived under false pretense that his father was actually part and parcel of this plan to sell him down and get rid of him from the family. And he breaks down. He sends everybody out, says, Ani Yosef, I am Joseph, ha'od avichai. Can my father still be alive after all this 22 years of pain that he's been suffering? And the brothers can't talk to him because they're in shock. And they start the rehabilitation process of rebuilding the family. And when Jacob finally hears the message that his beloved Joseph is alive, he cannot contain himself. He has to go down to Egypt. And they meet and they have that incredible moment, that embrace of father and long lost son. But here's the fascinating question, and the message I want to share with you is that every one of us have a Joseph reaction to a certain issue. We have that person that has let us down, that we think to ourselves, that we blame for everything that has happened to us. But maybe it's a case of Ach tarof toraf. Maybe it was a wild beast that really has been involved, and that person is truly innocent. I remember once happening to me that there was someone in my community that was very upset with Rabbi Lewin. And I asked, and I couldn't understand why this person had it in for me until I found out. I was at the shops. I was busy working on my list for the shopping. And this person put out a hand, waved to me, and I didn't respond. How rude. I had no idea that this person was even there. But this person felt that I had shamed them and humiliated them and therefore wouldn't talk to me. It was unbelievable. I could not understand why they were so angry towards me. Until many, many years later, it was revealed. And I looked at this person and I said, really? I was looking down. I wasn't even paying attention. I'm so sorry. Do you expect me to be walking around in the shops and pay attention to every single person? I will do my best. But if I don't, please learn to judge me favorably. And thus, friends, I say to you, please learn to judge people favorably. People have got a lot going on in their minds. And quite often, we misread the situation. We misinterpret the events and the information that is being presented to us. So if you're not sure, ask a question. Don't fall into the trap of Joseph, who never communicated with his father for 22 years because he had A plus B plus C, and he came to the conclusion, erroneously, that the answer had to be D. Shabbat Shalom.